2021 was a really great season for us. But now it's 2022, and I'm really excited to start this new season. We have a great team and two great riders.
To be honest, I realize much more what happened 3 months ago right now than when I achieve it. So I feel like I realized much more the title right now that when I won in Misano. So of course is really great, but yeah, I'm super focused and determined to work on 2022. But of course, last year's feeling brings a lot of motivation.
Toi, la tienne, tu sens un peu que ça... Ouais, l'assiette, elle est pas top, non? I had time to think a little bit about 2021, and yeah, it was complicated, many challenges, but I think that the worst is through now, and now it's just a matter of getting in a good shape and try to keep the momentum of the recovery that I was able to do this winter, and start riding again and see what happens.
Well, yeah, 2021 was a very special year for Yamaha in general, I think. It was our 60th year anniversary in racing, and all around the world we had fantastic results. And that goes for a superbike, for instance. We won in Japan, we won in Britain, we won in Moto America, we won also the World Superbike Championship. Motocross, we won the MX2 class, we won the 450 outdoor in the States, 250 Supercross. But of course, the most important championship of all is the MotoGP Championship. It was 6 years before that we won the last time, 2015 with Jorge. So to come back to the top was really, really rewarding for the team, of course for the riders, for all of our sponsors, and for the Yamaha Motor Group. It was really the crown of a fantastic year in general.
Well, yes, was a different winter break. Of course, a lot of events after the 2021 title, and of course for me was great because I could, of course, celebrate really well with the team, with my family, friends. But to be honest, I never stopped training. I never really make a break of more than 3 days. So I always been training a lot, and like I said before, for me the motivation of bring and try to achieve the same for 2022 is 2021 helps me a lot, to believe even more in myself, to be more confident. So of course it's was a really positive winter break, and of course I'm super ready and I want to start as soon as possible.
Il est trop chaud, Zizou. Oh, Zizou, même là, il a mis le numéro 10. 60 et demi. Mais là, faut que tu montes dessus maintenant.
Mais sans trépied.
Sans trépied avec mes compères.
Fabio started last season with a bang. He won the second race of the year, then the third race of the year, and really he was on a roll and on a mission throughout last year. And I think we saw the very best of Fabio last year. He won 5 races in total throughout the year, but more than winning those races, which of course very important, consistency is super important if you want to win the World Championship. So I think that Fabio will start this year with some weight off of his shoulders, because getting that first title is really important for any rider. But once you have it, then that's done. You know you can do it, and then you need to do it again. Now, doing it again is not easy because, you know, the level of competition in MotoGP is very high. But I don't see Fabio as a rider that takes on board a lot of the pressure, you know. He has fun, he enjoys, he's fast, he works super well with the bike, with his team. So I have high expectations also of Fabio this season.
E le biometrie?
Tutto a posto.
Per l'esercizio qua? Com'è? Cioè, ti sembra che fa? Che ci serve?
Sì, non è we focused a lot on the leg, for sure. We focused a lot on the knee. I spent a lot of time working on that, and also on other areas of the body. But the main area was the knee and the left leg. It was tough because also I couldn't ride the bike. I still cannot ride a bike, so I'm just going at the gym and working on my physical condition. But I hope to be able to ride soon. And it has been a tough but nice winter.
Com'è andata?
Mi sono allenato in vacanza. Bene. Sta settimana è stata piena in realtà, bella piena. Ho fatto il filming, però anche sta settimana mi sono allenato.
Sei riuscito a allenare anche su in palestra?
Sì.
Quando eri a Milano?
Sì, mi sono allenato bene.
Franco had a pretty tough 2021 season, which was unexpected because in 2020 Franco actually finished in second place in the World Championship and was really fighting for the championship until the very last race of the year. That was in the first COVID year, as we call it, when there were 14 races. So when we started last year, then, you know, Franco's expectations were higher, but he had this knee injury, he had this leg injury, which was not through MotoGP, through off-road training accident, and that really cast his season last year into difficulty, and he decided to take the operation mid-season. So he missed several races last year, and really came back when he entered the Monster Energy Yamaha MotoGP team mid-season. That was basically in Misano when he started the last part of the season. But it was not easy for him because he still, while he could ride the bike, he was not 100% with his leg. And so it was more of a, I would say, as an early start for 2022 season. So I'm really hoping that Franco will be fully recovered. I know he's in pretty good shape. He's been training throughout the winter and he's quite confident. So I hope he will run a really good season and we will see the true potential of Franco again, which we've already seen in the previous seasons. He has a very smooth riding style, and that riding style should match really well the M1. So I have high expectations for Franco this season.
Voglio vedere adesso cosa succede quando risalirò in moto. Comunque voglio risalire, ecco, prima di andare a fare i test.
The winter tests are always very important, and this year even more, because it's going to be a back-to-back test before first in Malaysia and then in Indonesia. In Malaysia is the first opportunity for the rider to get back on their bike after the winter break. And then also they mainly use this to get back their speed and start testing a new bike and test new components. But in my opinion, the most important test will be the one we will do in Indonesia, because the Mandalika circuit is completely new for the MotoGP, and there is where we really need to gather as much information as possible, especially because the Mandalika GP is going to be early in the calendar this year. The main area to improve the performance of the M1 is the top speed. We need to increase it because last year we suffered it quite a lot. And this area is where all the engineers in Japan are really focused on it. Not only with the engine, but also studying a different aerodynamic, trying to improve the rear grip, the acceleration, always with the aim to gain some top speed at the end of the straight. During this winter time in Japan, they really work hard. They are preparing a lot of material. And we are really ready to test all these new components starting from tomorrow, with this during these two days here in Sepang.
Yeah, indeed, there will be a few changes this year. Let me start from the top down. So at the top of our project, we have the former project leader and GP support leader, Mr. Sumi, has been promoted to be general manager of YMC Motorsports Development Division. So this is a just reward for him, having achieved the championship last year, to step up to the general manager level. So he will be replaced at project leader level and GP support level by Mr. Seiki. So Seiki-san will be attending every single race and will be leading the team of engineers at all the tracks next year. In addition to that, we have a change in the crew chief. So Frankie will have a new crew chief for next year. We saw him with us at the very end of last season, and that will be Patrick Primer. And Patrick joins because, as you recall, last year we had a rider change and a crew chief change in the middle of the year. So Silvano Galbuzera was taking care for last year, in particular for Frankie. Silvano will now return to the testing team activities, and Patrick will join us as crew chief. Apart from that, we have all of the rest of our crew will remain pretty much constant. So we have a strong team from last year with a few adjustments, so I think we'll be in good shape.
The motivation are very, very high. The general atmosphere or moral of the team is very good, and as a team director, I couldn't ask for more, and we really can't wait to start racing in Qatar in 1 month time.
I don't consider it like a team. I consider it like my family. I spend much more time with them than my dad or my mom. So I consider it like a real family. And to be honest, last year was the first year where both sides of the garage were really feeling like a proper team and proper family. Of course, on my side, I spend much more time with them because I'm with my crew chief, Diego, with my engineer Pablo. We spend a lot of hours together to try to figure out which point we can improve or which problem we had. And then, of course, we have the Japanese engineer that has always a lot of things to do, but we always keep a funny relation also with them. My mechanics that I have: Bernie, Achim, Daniele, Mark, and of course we have our Olins guys, Michelin. But I would say that the atmosphere on the team is super special, and when we need to work hard, everybody is super serious and working like hell. But as soon as the work is finished, we are for sure the team that is having much more fun than the others. And this is something that for me is really important. When you finish the work, you don't need to be serious. I always like to laugh with the team, make jokes, and all the team is a little bit like that, so it's a funny way to say that you are working, but at the end you are having a lot of fun. And that's for me is something super special, that when you are on the bike, you are focused, you need to be the first, you need to be the fastest. But as soon as you finish, you need to enjoy. And for me, the spirit of the team is like that. So I think that on that way, all the people working there are feeling like home.
So I had the chance now to know better the people inside the team. My crew, but also all the people inside YMR, and I found myself very at ease because first of all I knew some people from back in time, because with Vale I was able to know a lot of people inside Yamaha. So when I finally arrived in the team, I found myself already in an environment that I knew, and there are many Italian people inside the team, and that feels nice. But also all the people inside YMR. I don't know if it's because of the nature of the factory, but the air that you breathe is really nice, and it's really relaxed, and it's really happy at the same time. For sure, all the people in Yamaha should be happy because they won the title last year, but it's not just because of that. I feel that I know them since a lot of time now, and I feel that it's a characteristic of the factory. I don't know. I just know that I always found myself very, very at ease with the Yamaha people, and also with the test crew, with Galbi, with Silvano. I had a chance to work with him, and I found myself very, very well. I felt very good working with Silvano, and after, when I started working with Patrick, I kept sharing infos with Silvano, But also with the other side of the crew, with Diego, Pablo, I know them now since quite some time. So the atmosphere inside the team is really nice. It's really relaxed, professional at the same time, but relaxed.
Well, we are very happy to have such a strong rider lineup this year. And if one of them will try to do his best to replicate the 2021 season, the other one has his revenge after a really tough season.
Yeah, every season you start, and I know it's a kind of something that everybody says, but the facts are everybody starts with 0 points. So really every new season is a new story, a new chapter, a new episode, and so you go into it trying to be as best prepared as you can, but you never know until you've got the first test done, until you arrive at the first race. What is our level? How are we going to be next year? How will our competitors be? But really, as I think our team has proven to be very, very competitive. And last year winning the championship, winning 6 races last year. So I really believe we have a great potential this year. The best objective I could wish for is a 1 and 2 in the championship. Very difficult because the level of competition is super high. Again, 6 factories are going to be there. There's a lot of factory riders there, and the season is very long. 21 races, everything can happen. But I go into it with confidence, and our mission is to try to win both the riders and the constructors and the team's prize. Not easy, but we're going to give it our best shot and see what we can do.
Well, it'll be important to be fast and to be able to ride for top positions, and maybe at the end of the championship be able to fight for something important at the end of the year. That's the main target, to get the right speed back and get the right shape back, and try to match Fabio's speed, which is always at the top. Try to match that and try to make some good races and some good results.
It's difficult to know who will be the main rival or rivals, because when you are in the pre-season you never know who is going to make a big step or who is going to have a better package or better combination. So of course it's difficult to know, but your first rival is your teammate, of course, and then like last year, that Pecco was super strong at the end of the year. Joan Mir also was really fast, but there is a lot of riders, Franco, Miller, Rins, Mark. You can't forget these guys, and until the season starts and you make a few races, you can't really know who will be the biggest rival. But I already have enough of myself, like trying to be on top, so I will focus on myself and don't really look on the side.
I'm really excited about 2022 season coming up. We're going to be coming in as the defending champions. Everyone's going to be coming after us, but I know Frankie and Fabio is going to be ready and up for the challenge. So guys, get on your leathers and let's jump on those M1s.
of course, is a really special bike for me. Really like, of course, the shape, the new colors. These 2 years that I'm with the factory Yamaha, and I think is the nicest bike.
When I think about the bike, when I think about the Yamaha, the first thing that pops in my mind is gentleness. Really nice, mellow and smooth. I really like this thing about the Yamaha.
During the last 2 years, the bike changed a lot on technology. I mean, we have a lot of more things, a lot of buttons. I would say that now is more like kind of a rocket than a bike.
I really like how the bike looks. So I really like the colors, how personally I like how the green works with the blue.
To see the exhaust just coming back from the bottom of the bike, you can't really see. I think is super nice.
Every detail, for sure, every detail on the bike is spot on. If you look at every small detail on the bike is at the top level.
To see the combination of your number plus the design of the bike is super special, and I love it.
I like it, I just like it.
Good job, guys. I look forward to seeing you soon on track, together with the whole team, to start this new season.